pee.
I
called. I called. I said, I don't know. Oh. Hey, we got to move on to something else because they're reminding us to ask you about the foster thing.
Oh shit!
Robert Kelly just kind of out of nowhere. We've known the guy for years.
He was a foster child.
Patrice, you don't know this either?
You know I was in foster homes.
Oh, okay. I thought he was adopting a foster child or something. Okay, yeah, I know Bobby.
Oh my God!
You thought I was adopting a kid?
Bobby's really one of the true white boys I know that has has problems. See, there's the thing about it's really a philosophy I have about him and certain white guys.
Yeah.
Okay. Certain white guys, because if you're white in this world and you're not successful, it's really suffering. It's a lot of suffering involved with not being a successful white guy.
Yeah, it's expected
when you're expected.
Yeah.
We're still talking about me, right?
Yeah, you. So there's some white boys who are really David Banner trying to be the Hulk, and there's some white boys who are the Hulk trying to be David Banner.
Right.
And Bobby is the Hulk. He's always angry, and he's always destructive, and he's always evil, but he tries to walk around with this phony, accepting smile of society. He doesn't realize people react to him like a nigga or a Puerto Rican. They don't. He's uncomfortable. Look at him fidgeting.
Oh.
That background noise is him tapping the thing because Bobby tries to be this patient. He's an evil
My eyes
dude.
are turning green right now.
He's just like that.
Don't make Bobby angry.
Like he's Sonics jersey. It's the color of the Sonics jersey.
Yeah.
He can't fit it no more, but after the show, he's going to come and go, dude, what was that?
No, I'm not, dude.
He's going to really
You said this to me 100 times.
Until he accepts that he's not a true white guy, he's not accepted in the white community.
That's his advice to me all the time.
He needs to stop. Look at Bobby. He's chubby, bald. He used to be sexy, like he used to be the sexy kid, but now he's Professor Tura Tanaka, and he refuses to accept it. So stop trying to be a white boy, King Kong Bundy. And
so what's up with this foster thing? We were talking about extreme home makeover shows and stuff, and how that's really bad for the family because after the crews leave, these beautiful houses are now in the middle of the ghetto, and we're thinking, the neighborhood swallows up these homes from the poor people. Whoa.
He called me a fucking nigga.
I've been telling you that for years, though, Bobby. It's nothing new.
So we're talking about this foster family or something, and out of nowhere he blurts out that he was a foster kid.
Yeah,
but everybody knows that, though.
I didn't know that. He certainly didn't want to let us know that.
I just, after you go out of juvie hall, they put you in foster homes. And the foster parents are awesome. Really, they're fucking. They don't do it. Most of them do it for the money. They do it to get extra cash.
Yeah, they do. They get
literally.
Right?
I had mac and cheese every day or peanut butter and jelly. It wasn't like I got dinner. That's what I had. They did it for the extra cash because they have other kids, but they don't want to work.
What about the?
They have all these weird rules.
Did you hear that institutionalized speech right there? That poor guy. I love Bobby, man. That was just pain.
What about the love?
Yeah, was there any love going on?
Where was the love?
No.
This guy would make me go out. I would have to wake up in the morning, and he was a security guard, just a fat, bald, redhead dude. He'd make me go out of the house in the morning, in the winter, and just walk around because he liked to be home. He liked to walk around in his underwear.
Well, good.
So I'd walk around Lawrence, Mass, which is a dangerous neighborhood, and I'd have to just walk around.
No.
Lawrence is dangerous.
I didn't
the
say
Puerto
it.
Ricans.
I just want to make Anthony know that this story's horseshit, but
it's not horseshit.
I didn't want to let the fans know that Lawrence is not tough. I'm from your part of the
you're
country,
from
Bobby.
Roxbury, the worst part of Boston. But there's a middle ground between Roxbury
and Newton.
They had a riot in Lawrence.
Yeah, it was some type of immigrant thing. It's nothing but Guatemalans. They have
Puerto Rican.
They have Guatemalan town or whatever.
Puerto Ricans, not Guatemalans. Puerto Ricans, you fucking moron.
El Salvadorians, I think they got up there.
Yeah.
Brazilians.
They're conquistadors.
Bobby is the meanest white boy I ever met because of that foster home thing. He
think
has
that's
a lot of deep things going on, man.
How long were you in foster care, though? Like what age?
From 12.
People need this info for the Photoshop
11,
they're going to do with you.
11 to 15.
11 to 15.
And what happened before 11?
What?
What happened before you were 11?
I had a family. I told you. Do you listen?
Wait, you had a family. They gave
I lived
up
with
on
my
you
parents.
at 11?
Went to jail. When you can't just go home after juvie jail.
What you do
got
at
in jail
11?
At 11?
What I do?
Oliver Twist.
You
What, were
know
you
what?
picking
You know what?
Holy
Listen,
wait,
fellas,
I did
Opie really is a white guy. He does a lot of things that when somebody or criminal asks you what when he repeats your question,
Yeah, I
he
know.
does not want to share it. Who'd I kill?
Patrice, but then that's my job to keep pushing. If he wants to come back tomorrow, he'll
Why'd
tell
I
us
rape
what he
her?
did.
What do you mean why'd I rape her? What rape her?
Yeah, why'd you rape her?
Why'd I rape her?
No,
Opie.
who did you rape? But I'll get to the bottom of this. You watch.
All right.
What did you do at 11? What did I do at 11?
What I do? What do you mean?
Wait,
what I
you
do?
went to jail at 11?
All right, Bob, what did they accuse you of
that
doing?
must have been
They
rough.
accused me of unarmed robbery, assault and battery, malicious destruction, trespassing, and breaking.
Wait. At
At 11?
Yeah.
You're kidding.
Yeah, but it wasn't all that, dude. I wasn't a criminal. I wasn't a bad kid.
Armed robbery. What was it?
Unarmed.
Oh, unarmed.
That's strong arm robbery. That's worse than armed robbery.
Yeah.
You understand that?
Yeah,
you gotta
yeah.
know all the goddamn.
You don't even need a weapon.
Unarmed robbery. That's
Yeah.
called strong
Yeah.
arm robbery
Wait,
without
Jesus.
a gun.
So
Yeah.
you were
I'm just letting the fans know.
What are you doing, dude?
I'm just letting people know that that's
You called
worse.
me a fat chink. You called me a nigger, and now I'm strong arm robbery. You can't just let me have some fucking slack.
Who did you muscle? Who did you muscle at 11?
It was at what we did. It was
Wait, you had a little gang at 11?
well, I hung out with kids. You know, hang out at a park or something with a bunch of the
not
same
strong
kids.
arming people.
We went into a pizza store, and
Yeah.
he went in the back. It was a kid. One of the cooks was actually a kid he beat up a week before. So we went back in the kitchen. He says, "Listen,"
At 11?
he said.
That's what I can't get past.
He goes, "You want to go out there, take the money. You say it was 3 black guys who did it. No offense, but
Hey,
yeah.
none taken.
Yeah, sure.
and whatever. You're gonna say that, but
Mandatory.
yeah, it's a mandatory thing.
It is a mandatory,
It just
sure.
comes out.
It's in the manual.
Especially if you live in Boston.
Yeah, I mean,
Blame
cool.
all crimes on black guys. What was that? Whatever.
Charles Stewart.
Charles
Yeah,
Stewart.
I was there. I was there. They frisked the entire state of Massachusetts. Where was you yesterday, nigga? I was on the moon. No, you wasn't. You killed a white woman.
I was playing for the Celtics. No, you wasn't, motherfucker.
No, you wasn't.
Just for the rest of the country. Rest of the country. What's the story again? She was
He
pregnant.
was a white boy, pregnant. His wife was pregnant. He
Yeah.
shot her in the head,
Right.
and then shot himself like in his lap or something.
Yeah.
And then said a nigga did it from Roxbury,
Right.
and they raped the entire
They really-
community.
They showed it on TV, just black dudes against
Oh,
a
for
brick wall.
Boston, that
And
was
that's when liberal white guys started because his brother got guilty.
Yeah.
He snitched on him, and he jumped off a bridge.
Jumped off the
And the
October.
same day he jumped off a bridge, my friend in high school jumped off a bridge. But that didn't make the
boy.
papers.
White guys always trying to copy each other.
So anyway,
We took a cab to the same bridge, and he said, right as he's pulling up to the toll, the guy just heard chkunk, and the door didn't shut. Thump, thump.
See what Bobby deals with? He's a bad dude, man.
Yeah.
He got rage in his eyes,
There's
man.
too much shit in your life.
I try to calm him down. I try to keep
angry.
him from dying, man.
So
He called me doll eyes.
he does like a doll's eyes. Yeah.
Lifeless eyes, black
Lifeless
eyes. Like a doll's eyes.
so
My eyelids make a click sound when they blink.
Who has black eyes? Bobby has black eyes.
You tip them over backwards
Yeah.
and close.
With no pupils, Bobby can see in complete darkness.
walk us through this 11. Walk us through the thing.
Yeah, what happened with the crime?
Pizza joint.
on.
You're gonna beat up the cook, take the money.
We're going to take the money, and what happened was the 2 guys let us do it. We were both drunk, but my friend went up
Drunk
to the
at
register.
11.
He didn't know how to do the buttons.
Yeah.
So I went up, pushed the button, grabbed the money. As we're running out, I tripped on the curb, landed on my pinky finger, brought it all the way over to my thumb.
man.
Oh, you
Laying
should
there.
have seen me, dude. I was fucking like, yeah. My pinky was over here.
Yeah. Okay.
And it didn't hurt. It just looked fucked up. You know what I mean? It didn't hurt yet. But the place that we actually robbed was owned by the mafia. They have a restaurant
Holy
that people
shit.
don't go to downstairs.
Uh-huh.
You really don't. There's a pizza place upstairs, but there's a little stairwell. You go down. It's like maybe 10 seats, maybe 10 tables. And I was actually in my friend Frankie's house, watching TV, just hanging out, smoking dope, eating some Tyson chicken. The door was
No
open.
offense.
No offense. The cops just came upstairs. The door was open. Came up, grabbed Frankie, grabbed him. It was like a Twilight Zone episode. Grabbed him, just took him out Took him away.
Oh,
and I'm sitting in his house. His mother comes out. Where's my son? I was like, the cops just came, took him. And she was like, what the fuck? And I was like, I don't know. I was fucking stoned. I'm down the park later that night. The guy pulls up to me, the cop. He goes, what's your name? I was like, Robert Kelly. He goes, there's a warrant for you. I don't know where. I guess the warrant got lost. I think my mother knew one of the cops, and he kind of hid the fucking thing. But this other dick was like, I'm going back to find it. He goes, and if you're lucky, I'll pick you up because you're an idiot because the people that the pizza store you own, they're looking for you, too. Because they wanted to break my fucking legs.
Ah, yeah.
This is called a Lawrence tale.
Oh, is it?
Just Chaz Palminteri came up and grabbed
Would you rather be feared or loved, Patrice?
And it's absolutely true. Bobby tells me all these goofy stories, but I can't believe you share them on the radio because it makes me swear to God not to tell anybody all the time. And I don't. And now you're telling everybody. Why does I have to keep my big mouth shut?
Really? You don't just at 11.
He was a strong-arm robber.
I told you I would get it out of him.
Yeah, but you make it sound a lot. Unarmed robbery sounds
No.
nicer.
Robbery is. Listen, let me tell you something. I know.
I don't like the word strong arm.
I've heard about different charges.
Right.
What?
Robbery is as bad as you can get. Robbery is you taking something from a person. Armed robbery is bad, but strong arm robbery is almost worse. It's worse.
Yeah.
Like mayhem is worse than.
Nah, but
worse than like third degree, like second degree murder. Mayhem.
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 The chick in the pizza store.
Worse than murder.
Mayhem is when you purposely don't try to kill somebody, you purposely try to maim somebody.
Yeah.
So you try to remove a limb or do something bad so that they don't look the same way anymore.
Mm-hmm.
That's worse than certain degrees of murder.
Of murder.
Yeah.
Wow.
So walk us through it. So now what? You're arrested.
So I went back.
look at old folks gonna get this.
No, they didn't get me.
Good story though.
Couldn't get
this
me.
out of here.
He says I'm gonna be. You want to not go to jail tonight? Get off the streets. I'm an idiot. I went out. Me and my friend got a pint of Irish peppermint schnapps or whatever the fuck it is, and I went down to get some weed. I was tanked. All of a sudden, this cop car pulls up. My mother's in the back seat. It's like in slow mo. She's like, "Come here, motherfucker." And I don't know what happened. I just walked into the car because your mother calls you. There's that little thing. There's something in your head that just goes. I got in. I went to jail that night, and that was it. The next day, my bail was $10. The judge was my first thing. $10. They reduced it from $10,000 to $10, and she wouldn't fucking pay it.
Isn't it 10% cash? So for like $1 you get out.
She wouldn't pay $10. She wouldn't pay nothing. Nope.
So you sat in jail.
I went to fucking juvie jail.
$10, but they wouldn't let you out on your own reconnaissance?
Huh?
Yeah, right.
Like they
juvenile. Nope. If my mother didn't want to take me, she said to the judge, she goes, if you give him to me, you'll be picking him up in a body bag.
Jeez.
She was like ruthless.
And you gotta understand, Bobby's mother was still in high school at the time.
What the hell are you
I'm sorry. I'm joking, Bob.
You inadvertently called my mother a whore.
Sorry, Bobby.
So
what's wrong with you?
How long did you have to do?
Joking, Bob.
That was good though. I liked that. It was funny.
I know, but I gotta go against it. I can't really laugh at my mother being a whore, a black guy.
But your mother was young though, right, Bob?
Or it was that she was young
my
when
mother,
she had you.
My mother
all.
was 15 when she had my sister. She was
Holy
18 when she
shit.
had me. She really was drunk in a bush with a schlitz.
A goa. Nice.
So you did juvie for how long?
I think it was like 3.5. You go in for 4 months. I think it was 4 or 5 months in juvie, but you go.
And why was it scary? Like, walk us through it. I don't know.
All right, when
this
you go way out. They have this place way out in the woods in Middleton. Okay, it's an old abandoned insane asylum.
I know about this place too.
Okay, you know about it.
Real?
Yeah.
It's real.
Middle of nowhere. You walk in. There's a bunch of
And you're 11, right?
Yeah.
That's what I can't get past, by the way. But go ahead.
You walk in, handcuffs from the court. And they have the real prisoners in the back. They have a little bench in the front of the van with a screen, and they're talking to you the whole time. You little bitch, I'd fuck you right in the ass.
Oh, boy.
I'd get you. Look at your lips. You got little sweet lips. They're both the same size. I like that, you know. They're talking to you the whole way.
Oh, boy.
So you get up there, and then they take you out. You're in shackles. They take you in. You have to shower, like they clean you, which is the first time I ever. Ooh, I've never been naked with another dude in the room, and I didn't even have peach fuzz.
Well, you wasn't even old enough to be a dude yet.
Yeah, but I'm next to dudes with fucking schlongs and hair.
You're like 2 years removed from
right.
like being
right.
pedophiled. Like, right? Is that what's that? How old are you gay? And what's the gay and pedophilia?
When you grow pubes. Pubes.
Like, is 11 pedophilia? If you.
Oh yeah, I would say
I
so.
think it all
Or is he gay?
I think it's all gay and all pedophilia.
All gay pedophilia.
Well, that I don't know if there's a line.
Yeah. No cutoff.
We're talking about technicalities. Are you insane?
Hey, you know so much about the law.
I'm just saying to you.
Dirtball.
I'm saying it's like,
Really?
if something had happened to him, would that have been, is he old enough to have been a dude?
Absolutely not.
To a dude.
No hair?
Where you tell the story, it's like, yo, they got me when I was 11. It's like, oh, you fag. Or is it like, oh, jeez, man.
Yeah, poor kid.
He was pedophile.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
what? It would have been pedophile.
You're not a fag if they pin you down.
They hold you down.
All right, go ahead, Robert. So they shower you, and people are taking a look at you.
Oh.
So no, you shower in front of
Haunting.
people. Then you have to go into another room with another creepy dude, who wants to help kids.
Yeah.
But you've been single your whole life. You live in a one-bedroom and you're 42. Okay. Yeah, you just want to help kids. And then you have to take all your clothes off. You have to bend over, do 5 jumping jacks. And it's like
Why is that?
So
because
check
you
for
might
stuff.
maybe stuff
might
will fall out.
You might be
Fall out your
smuggling, like 8 grams of heroin in your asshole. But I'm 11.
check
I gotta know how to tie a knot that tight.
well, a lot
Smuggling
of people did, though.
Pop rocks up his ass.
Well, what they do is
Yeah,
then they put you
nothing.
into this big.
That's a kid thing.
Yeah, guys, check it out.
Think.
I got pop rocks.
And then you fucking jumped on that train wreck?
Nice talking to you. Give me one too.
Yeah, absolutely.
So then you go into this. They just stick you in a room with a bunch of other kids, and you sit there all day, and you wait till 5 or 6 o'clock at night, and then they go Robert Kelly, and you come over. They handcuff you, shackle you, and then tell you where you're going. And then they take you in the middle of the night to some lockdown facility. But you slowly graduate out of shitty, a little less shitty, to like some place that you can go out and have picnics in the afternoon, and then you go from there to a foster home.
And this had to be in the mid to early 80s, so this
Yeah.
was before rights. So guards and stuff. Bobby was abused.
Oh, yeah, something
No,
happened.
I've never. You know what?
Something
never.
happened.
I was in one place. It was this place in Halifax, Mass, way out in the middle of the cranberry fields.
No, this is Halifax now. So she went from Middleton to Halifax.
Yeah.
And the further out, now Halifax, if you're not from Massachusetts, is like never heard of it.
Right.
It's the further you go out in certain places, the more they do bad things.
Yeah.
This place was bad. It was one road into the place. I had a broken nose when I went in there, and as soon as I got in there, I got my nose broken again. And the whole place was run by this little tiny black dude. They called him the Godfather, and all the other, I don't know why all the other dudes, but they went at it one day. Every white kid was getting it. Was one white kid. He was bouncing the ball. They had like a little tiny rim, only 5. Everybody can dunk it. They used to play New York ball, and this kid was over in the corner just bouncing a ball, and all of a sudden you just heard, "Yo, homeboy." And the kid turned around like happy, like they were going to ask him to play.
Oh, boy.
5
no, you don't wanna play.
basketballs just went right into his
And
face.
you hear what Bobby's saying here. People that just don't get this. This is what people. I'm really happy he's saying this finally.
Yeah.
Because 2 things. One, Bobby played New York basketball with a bunch of black dudes in prison. Now, you know what New York 21 is. It's everybody for himself. So it's like football playing basketball. So he played that with them.
Yeah, I got an elbow in the face.
Secondly, this is to these comedians out here, right, that feel protected because we're all comedy people. Bobby is really like a second from like killing somebody. And I know this because I get that too. Like a lot of these little skin, like Greg Rogel. You know Greg Rogel?
Yeah.
Little scrawny Jew kid.
Yeah.
He walks around like with this fire. Everybody's like, "Oh, you're such a fiery whoo!" It's like, do you know I'll squeeze your face off? Do you understand? But the fact is that we're in the same business, so I can't. What's protecting him from getting, is the fact that we're in this business. So it's just like people think that Bob's just a lot of. I know Bobby for years, and we didn't like each other when we first met because we were both like that.
You?
No, you didn't.
Jesus Christ.
We were both like these alpha male dudes, and I found out about Bobby's is really this dude, man, and he keeps from. I mean, I have to walk him through life a lot. Every day. I have to walk him through, like, not killing somebody, not doing something. Dude. And it's just like, and I know this. This is, Bobby got a lot of rage.
You tell him I was smoking a
dudes.
cigarette, that I wasn't blowing you?
Oh, not. Oh, sorry
I'm
about
not
that.
going to know what that sound effect was.
But Bob, chain smoking. The dude he's a real, he's a real case that comedy is saving lives. For real.
You know what, dude? I'm happy.
I know, because you know me.
So then you went into foster homes?
I'd like to be able to tell you that Bob Kelly was able to hold off those boys.
But that's not real nice. The sisters got him.
Any man would give into a phone book and a baseball bat to the back.
In Halifax, Bobby was here. Just singing. Piss break, boss.
Tell us the story of how you got your buddy's beers for doing the roof work. Going to Texas.
By the way, to interrupt real fast, Peter Brady and his lovely, lovely young girlfriend, the pictures are now up on opieandanthony.com to check out. And you can check out what she was wearing, which was just ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
So then your parents gave up on you?
Yeah, they were like,
after you got arrested at 11, they just said that's it.
They went. My mother went in. All other my friends got bailed out. My mother went into the judge's chambers with me, took all my paraphernalia, my pot, my bongs, everything that I had hidden, put it on the desk. She went, "What do I do?" He said, "Let him go. Just let him go through the system."
Oh.
And there you go. And that's what she did. She just said, "Fuck it."
I hope you didn't put it like that when you were sitting there. What do we do? Let him go. Oh, I'm going?
But then
no, through the system.
And then you finally get out. Aren't you assuming you're going to go back with your parents?
I didn't want to go. No, I thought.
No.
First of all, I'll tell you why. The first foster home I went to was in Lynn. It was at this older couple. They smoked weed, okay? And the next door neighbor, their friends, the lady used to fucking fuck with me.
Really?
And her boyfriend used to get me high. So he'd take me out to get high and say, "Don't tell my girl." She'd take me over there.
Lynn was the white ghetto in
fucking
Massachusetts.
blow me. And so, and then I'd hang out with my parents and smoke butts and get stoned. And they loved wrestling. They were in the WWF back then, so it was unbelievable.
You're fucked up.
Are you telling me comedy doesn't help heal lives? Imagine if Bobby's just a regular square walking around.
Working a 9 to 5.
Not being able to talk about this and be funny about
cubicle
But
somewhere.
most of them suck, though.
Construction.
Like
He'd be a guy that just comes on the job site and kills like 3 people.
Yeah.
You see it on the news.
So you still talk to your mom?
Oh, yeah, me and my mom are friends now.
Just friends, though. Like, there's no, like...
Oh, yeah, no. I'm back with my family now. I got a big Irish Catholic family. What happened was
When did you finally get back? It seems like it took many, many years.
Yeah. Probably when I was
Jesus.
like 20.
Look how uncomfortable you're fucking making him.
But you know what?
yeah.
As you get older, Anthony, though, you start to, because I thought I was abused growing up by my mother. I thought, my mother was 21 when she had me, So she's a kid. Like when I talk to 21-year-olds, I'm like, young, delicious,
Imagine that trying to raise you.
So I'm by herself. So you realize when you get older, you
that
do.
went without saying, by the way.
Jesus. Thank you,
do.
Captain Obvious. Jesus. You
do.
make it perfectly clear. It was by herself.
Really prolific.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
Is that in your Dear Patrice?
There's a possibility that my father could have been around. Jesus Christ. There was a slight chance I had a dad.
Happens sometimes. Sure.
So I'm just saying,
and then we'd be calling the Guinness Book of World Records saying we found one.
No offense.
It's a possibility.
Sure it is.
Sure it is. All right.
Give me a break. I'm not trying to be redundant here.
The guy some slack.
All right. Jesus.
I'm just saying, after you turn 30, you realize that you don't blame your parents for what they did. You realize, you know what I mean? So I'm sure I bet you at 25 he loved his mom.
Yeah. How old was your mom when you were doing this jail stuff?
16, 17.
She was like 29.
11, so
29.
Yeah,
right?
she was a young. Yeah.
All right, so still in her 20s, maybe late 20s.
Yeah,
that's no bullshit to have to deal with.
Young
and
delicious,
you know what? I
man.
would go down to admire. This is before I started getting into trouble. I'd be like, "Mom, I need help with my homework." She'd open the book for 2 seconds, and she'd be like, "I fucking hated this shit." I don't know. Go ask your sister.
And you used to look at it like mommy. But they're young. When I talk to a 25-year-old, I'm like, you're going to get it. Delicious. Mama, she was a mommy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? 30. I'm 35. 30 years old is like,
you ever bang a chick?
I got this one.
You ever bang a chick with a kid?
That's all my girls got kids. I don't know a girl without a kid.
Again? Why the fuck are you even?
Because she has to go. She has to get up and leave.
She's gotta go. She's gotta go wake her, take her kid to school.
Well, just finishing up though. So then it was juvie, foster homes, and then on your own at 18. I'm assuming then, right? And then finally you were free?
Actually, I went back to my the last time I went back to my parents' house. I had to leave because I couldn't deal. Moved in with one foster father till I was legally able to move out, and as soon as I moved into a house with 6 retards.
And here's where I'm getting. How did you find comedy through all this?
Through that.
Through that,
you had to
dude.
be funny getting raped.
When was the last time you saw a happy family, dude? That has money and lives in Connecticut that went, hey, I want
some fucked up thing.
Not all.
Not go into comedy.
The ones that have any, like, some power to their comedy certainly do.
It was only, I mean,
99% of comics.
I tell you what, in juvie jail, the thing that got me through, honestly, like I remember the day all these black kids came into my room, and they all surrounded me, and they ghosted me. They were ignoring me. Like they sat right on my bed. 2 of them up here, and I was just lying there like this, and they were ghosting me, like talking about white dudes and blah, blah, blah. And,
Jesus.
And I was just sitting there reading my little fucking whatever book.
Right.
And I go, they go, yo, they said something about homeboys or white boys. They go, you a homeboy, you a white boy. And I said something like, I'm a homeboy, sir. Some shit, just kidding.
No.
And there was silence for like a fucking second, like I fucked up, and they went, oh man, you a funny motherfucker, and I was fine.
There you go.
And that's where I learned how to be funny, man.
But Bobby, listen, this is the thing we talk about. Another thing, Bob.
Oh, shit.
Secrets.
Can we have some of your secrets today?
I got a lot of secrets that everybody knows.
Like one.
Dude, we had a great segment with him.
Are you joking me, man?
I know, right?
You know I share all my problems,
dude. Dildos and everything. We got deep with him, man.
Yeah,
he walked away going, yeah, there is really something wrong with me.
There's a problem.
We got into his head one time on the show.
We want Bob to talk about this. Thank you, Opie, for letting him do this. Because he wants to talk about cheese and Slinkies on stage, and because he's too scared to open up. You don't think it's going to be funny.
I talk about that shit
genius.
now. I talk about fat stuff.
I thought it was really interesting.
It's
I didn't mean
genius.
to throw you on.
Genius.
Marshmallow All right, we're going to take a break. We got to take a break. It's been a while. Let's take a break. Anthony, we got the Laszlo Steve thing they put together for our first anniversary here at XM Satellite Radio. You didn't congratulate us.
Oh, it's been a year. October, that's right. God bless you.
We made a year. No one thought we'd make a year. We made a year.
Yes, we did think you was going to make it. Are you still mad? Opie is really is John Wayne to this.
No. I'm a different person. I'm not
mad.
Are you
really?
Yeah, I'm not.